Previously on Sister Wives.
It probably would have been okay if he wasn't a polygamist. He just married Mary, and it was just Cody, Mary, and Leon. That probably would have been fine, except his sense of self-worth is based on how many women he can knock up and people praising him and stuff. You know what? Maybe not. He needs a lot of people. He's a team effort. He needs at least 30 people lifting him up, or else he just can't stand by himself. He has more in common with a class pet than he does a human being.
That's gonna be my new animation. Cody the hamster. Okay.
A little later.
Yeah.
You need to respect me. Loyalty. Clean up my shirt.
I'm gonna meet some dude online and fall in love and want to leave my family.
The first 20 years, I don't know, are not going to be really great.
If you want a successful family, you don't have favorites.
I am not married to 3 other women.
No, I'm just a narcissist.
I have tended to be detached and self-absorbed. I'm not a good husband.
Hi, welcome back to the recap. I'm Angie. This is Tim. And this little guy here is Morty.
Yes.
So, he is our dog.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anything we should discuss first before we get right into it? Did you like my
Oh, yes.
my little tweak to the opening?
Oh, yes, yes. Yes. Yeah, so at the end you put there, was it monogamy?
It was originally just sister wife singular, but then I changed the title to monogamy because technically no one is a sister wife anymore.
I was actually thinking about it. Maybe another alternative could be just Robin.
Okay, so let's get this prairie dog in the poop water, as they like to say.
Yes, as they say.
All right.
You know, as they said, let's circle these donkeys.
We'll get into that. Okay. Sister Wives, Season 17, Episode 14. Which wife is next? This is the season finale, by the way. So they mostly stayed in one place the entire episode, but I was able to garner 15 pages of notes.
I mean, it doesn't really matter if the moving around doesn't actually make anything more interesting. It's
the substance.
Yeah, so this one's a long one because a lot of stuff happens. Mostly people sitting there going, oh, Cody's a jackass. I hadn't figured that out.
We start off the episode at Mary's house. Apparently the adults are meeting for something that they love to meet for, which is
wasting time.
Almost the presentation of blueprints. Because
they're actually going to do that.
Yeah, we're going to do that. Okay. Specifically, the blueprints of Janelle's casita. Mary says the last time they came together was when Christine left 2 months ago, which is not really true because Mary wasn't there during Christine's final send-off.
I mean, yeah.
She greets Cody on his arrival with a, "How are you?" to which Cody boisterously gets into the details. "Me, Robin, and our kids just got over the rough experience that was COVID." He continues on saying that those who only had the illness for 3 days or just lost their sense of smell, I'm talking about you, Gabriel, do not know what I just went through. He tells the camera that he just wants to choke this shit out of people who have been through less severe bouts of COVID.
I'm sure all the people who died wish they could choke you to death, Cody.
And he goes, "You don't know what I conversation about the casita. Cody has to restate that there are 5 lots, despite there being only 4 parents left.
Yeah, I get it.
Janelle's pretty much expecting her sister wives and husband to just kick that ball down the road concerning the building on Coyote Pass. In other words, she doesn't anticipate any of them to start prioritizing paying off the land.
No.
She voices that every time she has confronted Cody about scheduling these payments, he gets angry with her. She hopes that if she keeps asking him about it, he will eventually break and give in because this is her estate. Robin wants to address the elephant in the room before discussing house
Pink
plans.
elephant in the room.
Well, she didn't actually say elephant. The fact that there are only 4 of them left. Cody agrees with her, saying that it's not like it's a taboo subject. Go ahead, let's talk about it. Hey, Mary, you first. Why are you acting so weird about it? Mary gives a bewildered expression.
I'm giving a bewildered expression.
She questions why she is being singled out, despite the fact that it was Robin who brought up the topic. Robin tells us that she wants to discuss this because there has been a huge lack of communication in our family. So this is weird because I always thought it was her that was the non-confrontational one in the family.
She just kind of backs away from things.
She continues, I want the next part of my life to be better. This makes Cody smile, and he asks, monogamously? Or with the rest of them? He didn't actually say that. He just said, just me and you? Or them?
I'm still not even just completely sure whether or not Robin actually wants this whole monogamous thing, or she really wants this polygamy thing. I just don't know with her, because
I think she wants polygamy, but only with the wives that were older and what she deemed less attractive than her.
Robin probably doesn't think any of them are attractive as her.
She narrows her eyes at him. With them, obviously. We just sweep things under the rug. Christine leaving was a wake-up call for this family. Cody concurs with this notion and says that everyone here better be able to get to a place of pure honesty. Because, you know, we had a facade this whole time we were on TV, when in reality, Christine claims to have been unhappy that entire time. It's Christine! It's her fault!
Cody claims that, you know, he didn't know, but, like, Christine was making it clear from episode 1 that she was unhappy. Cody is just...
Yeah, when Robin was brought into the family, she was the only one that didn't meet her in person before Cody said that he wanted to marry her.
Yeah, which obviously she's like, oh, I guess I don't matter. And Cody's like, yeah.
You don't.
You don't.
Janelle tells the camera that this discussion about confronting issues is really a Christine bashing fest in disguise.
Yeah, he just wants more validation for his bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Cody says that the problem became crystal clear when his plans for the giant house were brought up. This is where Christine shot it down, and she enlightened us to the fact that no one really wants to live together. St. Robin has to correct him and say, Christine didn't speak for everybody. I took that to mean that she's not speaking for me.
Well, yeah, duh, Robin. Nobody was claiming that you didn't want to live together or whatever, but I think the bitch protests too much.
Cody then says that perhaps Christine did us a favor with revealing the truth to us.
I mean, yeah?
This made me contemplate the idea that yes, living all together would be oppressive to the wives that are struggling with each other.
Struggling with each other? None of the wives are struggling with each other. They already know whether or not they hate each other. They're all struggling with you. When he says struggling with each other,
he is excluding himself.
Well, I mean, specifically the narrative that he tells himself is that the reason the family's falling apart is because people can't get along with Robin. When they can't get along with him, again, I keep going back and forth on this. I don't know whether or not Robin is pressuring Cody to be aggressive with the other wives, to have them be nice to her. I can't tell whether or not she wants that, or whether or not that's just Cody doing it because he thinks that she wants it.
Well, in this episode, she claims that he speaks for her, but we'll get to that. Janelle then tells us what we've all been thinking. Sides were picked. Christine didn't want one house, but Robin here actually told us she didn't know if the one house was a good decision. Same with Mary. I was the only one who vocalized being all for it.
That is true.
The scene returns to the outdoor patio where Janelle asks the adults if the one house idea is still viable. Robin adamantly rebuffs the suggestion, saying, "Not after this year. I don't want to live with you guys after the way we have treated each other through COVID." Which I thought was a subtle dig at Janelle, because when Cody and Robin say the way this family treats each other, they don't count Cody and Robin.
No. She's a two-faced, lying. They lack any sort of integrity or honesty.
Which is ironic, because they're the ones that are pushing for everyone to be honest.
I mean, yeah, but that's how it always is. That you accuse people of the stuff that you
Are guilty of.
They're just despicable human beings, and they make me feel like I don't want to trust anybody anymore because these people are so... I'm at a loss for words. Just, yeah,
Okay.
keep on.
We cut to Cody looking very giddy. Yes! Robin is absolutely right here. COVID exposed us. It exposed how disloyal my family is. And what a great guy I am. Now that one of my wives has left us, I conclude this undertaking of polygamy to be a failure. Robin counters him. No, we're still here, and we don't need to fill more. She says fill instead of fail.
Phil?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, it's a failure. I can't talk like a normal person. I need some gumball machines.
We need to fix this and work through our issues lest we disappear as a family. And I took that to mean disappear into obscurity.
Yeah, they won't have a TV show.
Okay.
It's still a tragedy that they even have one to begin with.
She gives us a new word. Are we going to reinforce what the nucleus of this family is so that we can provide some sort of home base for the children to come back to? Christine leaving has put me in a very dark spot.
Yes, and I'm suffering all the positive, the consequences or whatever, but I'm sad about it.
Janelle is off to the side, looking like this.
She's off to the side. I'm just about done with you, bitch. I was on the fence about you, but I think I've decided I'm done with your shit.
In her confessional, she discloses the plethora of stories of when Robin would tattle to Cody about Christine. For years, Cody, the man who disowns those in the rumor mill, was trying to make me deem Christine as a horrible monster. He and Robin were plotting together on how to make her look like the nastiest bitch in the world. So I don't know why they're playing dumb as to why she actually left. If you guys thought she was so terrible, aren't you relieved she's not with us?
That's the thing about like a PR hit campaign against somebody. Pick somebody that people can believe is actually a bitch, because nobody believes that with Christine. Nobody's gonna believe you. Just like, what, Christine, really? Side-eye, maybe that just makes you look worse.
Robin then lies to us. I've never vented to Cody because I learned long ago that gossiping to him never benefited me.
Gossiping resulted in you getting a Penske truck worth of geodes, expensive looking boxes. Yeah, that's a benefit of gossip.
Cody then tries to make us believe that Janelle was always secretly a Christine hater. There's been thousands of complaints made between those two. This whole time I had a grand vision of what I thought this family would be. And now we're all lamenting that notion. Because as it turns out, we really don't want to be a cohesive plural unit. Robin then has to prove her unwavering loyalty in front of Cody and the other wives, saying she always wanted to be what Cody envisioned. Don't speak for me! Mary gets annoyed at Robin and chimes in as well and says to Cody that he doesn't get to speak for everyone here because she obviously wants the family.
Yes, but the family doesn't want you, Mary.
Mary then gets vulnerable on the couch. I don't know if I should say this, but I will anyway. It's disturbing how different Cody is reacting to mine and Christine's marriages. Christine quit on Cody, but Cody quit on me. He's incensed that he can no longer have Christine around so they can work on their relationship. Yet I'm here and he flat out doesn't want to work on ours.
Newsflash, Mary, the sky is blue, water's wet, and you're sad.
Robin then rhetorically asked, if there's anyone here who is still a naysayer of polygamy, I need to know. I need to know now.
What's that even mean? Okay.
Mary then says, bitch, I've told you dozens of times that I'm not going anywhere. 6 years later, 10 years later, 15 years later, 30 years later.
I can just imagine, seeing the light drain from Cody's eyes every time she's like 1,000 years later in her celestial planet. Never! And Cody's just slowly dying.
Loyalty! Okay.
I want loyalty from everyone but you.
Production then cues the most awkward music, and Robin making an embarrassed face at nothing. Robin then says she didn't want to say anything because she didn't want to intimidate Cody and Janelle and make them conform to these issues.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I didn't really take any notes on that because I literally don't know what she meant by that. Intimidate
she's
Cody.
Like word salad.
Yeah.
Intimidate Cody into conforming? What the? So this woman has like she has a 3rd grade vocabulary and then she sprinkles in words that she doesn't know what they mean. Okay.
Cody then says, I'm exhausted. If you're not with me, you're against me. Fuck off. So he says that even though everyone in his presence is technically with him at this point. So we have Mary, the ghost who haunts his waking life and will never leave him. And obviously the favorite wife, Robin, and Janelle, who's literally showing us blueprints so that
they can live together.
Yes. So all these people here are supposed to be with him at this point.
Yes, but he doesn't perceive them as being with him because he doesn't want them to be there. So he projects onto them that they're disloyal because he wants them to be disloyal because he's a total jacknut.
He wants them to be disloyal because he wants them to leave him instead of the other way around. Okay. No one
except for Christine for some reason, who never really got along with.
He just thinks that Janelle isn't with him because she still has an amicable relationship with Christine.
Yeah, he finds it offensive that everybody isn't bought into his historical revisionism.
Robin then tries to coax an answer from Janelle concerning her question of whether or not she still wants to be in the family. Janelle pops off. Cody, you broad brushed this entire conversation in the lens that no one wanted to be together. At this point, to be honest, I don't really want to do the work because I'm being forced to choose between my children and this group. You guys make my children feel unwelcome. Robin then stupidly asked, when have they not felt welcome? When you wanted the family to be apart, during COVID, when
you didn't want anybody around your kids because you didn't like the idea of them being treated like siblings.
When you tattled to Cody, making him say things like, no disloyal children can come over to my house until they make amends to me and my kids. Or when you won't let the kids eat at your house.
You've always had nannies taking care of your shitty little kids. I can't tell whether or not Robin is a stupid person or just an incredibly two-faced, manipulative person. I'm on the fence on that.
Janelle relays the Fat Olive's conversation to Robin. Cody has said his sons aren't allowed through the front door for Thanksgiving until they kiss your asses, and they refuse to do so. Cody then compares his sons to the destructive alcoholics in the family for whom he must shield his victimized real children from. Janelle then spills some tea. Gabriel and Garrison aren't the only children who have complaints against you. Pretty much all of my kids are in the same boat. Then Cody goes, aha! You see, this is evidence that Janelle and her kids are in a rumor mill.
Everyone's against me. Everyone's my enemy. Ugh. Everyone is out to get me. The guy's becoming paranoid. It's hilarious.
They're all in a rumor mill, even though I just revealed that I was shit-talking Christine to Janelle behind her back.
The double standard is there to protect me.
Then Janelle goes, "This is only news to you because you've hardly been around, Cody. My children have always been disgruntled with you. When they do want to bring up grievances, you shoot the input down, saying that you need to respect me. Obviously, there's a lot more pieces than just saying to get over themselves." Robin continues to reiterate how oblivious she was to Janelle's children disliking their dad.
Oh my god. Oblivious, the best word to describe her.
Janelle calls her out and says it's impossible for her to not be even slightly aware, since Cody is a fucking blabbermouth who can't keep a secret.
Yeah, we've known that for forever.
He holds water as great as a sieve, so if it's one thing I know, he's constantly leaking information to anyone and everyone.
This guy tells everyone everything.
This whole confused act she puts on happens a lot, which is why I don't want to be close to her. At the end of the day, I'll choose the dog, I'll choose the kids. Every single time.
I would choose nobody over Robin.
She didn't actually say I'll choose the dogs this time.
Yeah,
She
I
said
know.
that in
She
the
said
previous
that, yes.
episode. Cody then gets upset. Hold on. Christine did that too. This family's in a civil war with one another. Robin then blabs to us that Garrison and Gabe should come to a full resolution. This makes Cody wet. Robin, that woman, she's such a great communicator. I'm a shit communicator. She does what you would call...
You can't even get it out. Can't even get it out.
Okay. She does what you would call circling the donkey. That donkey is affixed to a rope while it's grinding the meat. That means she just gets down to the core of the problem. And I actually tried to Google this term.
No, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Yet, like so many of Cody's idioms are bastardizations either of things that do exist or are nonsense. Also, there are so many sexual innuendos that could have happened during that description. Grinding the meat, getting down to the core of the problem.
Because I think what he's trying to say is...
Circling the wagons is a thing, but...
He used that term before, where we circled the wagons to protect Mary or something.
Yeah, but like, what is circling the dog?
What? He continues on. It might be unfair to put that on her shoulders, but really it's flattering that she's a donkey. Okay. Robin then communicates to the group that because of the aftermath with Christine's divorce, Cody has become a mean-spirited misogynist.
Oh my god.
Who hates all women.
Oh my god.
And she, Janelle, and Mary are in his line of fire.
Oh my goodness. It's such night and day. It's night and day. He used to be so what he obviously has always been, but now it's just undeniable that he's a jackass.
We get Cody's stance on divorce and polygamy, in that it's actually unfair to the man, because when it's the man who leads plural marriage, it's because the wives never loved him. It's the wife's fault. It's not my fault. Marriage isn't all beer and Skittles. Beer and Skittles?
What? Where is he?
He's making them up.
Oh my goodness, this is the thing that Robin talks about when she's like, oh, I'm so fucking wet for a vocabulary that makes no sense. That's the thing. You know when you have a little kid and you got like a fourth grader talking to a third grader and convincing the third grader that the fourth grader is so smart. The only reason that Robin thinks Cody's smart is because she's so stupid that she doesn't realize how dumb he is.
It isn't easy for the man. I'm not going to mansplain this to you.
I don't think he's using that word right.
Mansplain.
Yes, that's the one.
How come?
Mansplain means to explain something to somebody that they already know. But we don't know anything about polygamy.
We don't know in the sense that divorce and polygamy is tough for the man.
I guess it's tough for the man because Cody, he needs validation from lots of people, and so when he doesn't get that, it hurts him to his core. But anyway, keep going.
Janelle then dips on the discussion, realizing that no one wants to see her casita blueprints. Then Mary finally interjects and asks if she could see them. Cody tells us that it was a mistake to pretend things were peachy with the presentation of the house plans because we were on the verge of crucial conversation. We now have a change of scenery. We are at Robin's house, and Cody is walking out with a suitcase and a plaid shirt, carrying the exact same plaid shirt in his other hand. Like literally. I think one of it was just like kind of like off gray, but it's like literally the same shirt. He only has one kind of shirt.
He buys in bulk.
He reveals to us that while he had COVID, Janelle moved into a small apartment since the RV wasn't going to be working out for her. So he is going there for the first time. Savannah tells us what it was like seeing her father for the first time since he was quarantined. It didn't really make much of a difference. He isn't even with them most days. It felt like a visit. She understands that there is a trend in seeing her dad less and less frequently, and a lot of it had to do with him not wanting to live in the fifth wheel. Cody confirms this, that even though he slept at the RV, he wouldn't spend the daytimes with Janelle and Savannah because there was no shower nor the room for him to work on his fitness routines. He didn't say that last part. He just said that there wasn't enough room for him.
Oh my god.
Which I assume meant his exercise.
Oh my god, somebody needs to step on this man's head.
Oh god. Savannah hopes that now that they're in a tiny apartment, that her dad will come by more often.
Oh god, that's sad.
Cody just told us that he wasn't at the RV because of space. And the apartment is still so tiny. We'll get into it.
It's so sad how these children desperately want their father to behave in a way that's respectable. And it will never happen because Cody is never going to ever be respectable.
On cue, TLC cuts to Goldilocks looking over Janelle's bedroom and saying the spaces between the bed and wall are too close together. Janelle has too much stuff in her apartment, and this isn't even after considering where I'll fit in. The lamps are too low for me to read. I need a higher nightstand.
See, this guy is such a jackass. It's like, guess what, Cody? You've been poor as dirt for like your entire life, and then like for the last 12 years you've been given money for doing nothing. And now you think that you are like a fucking king. Or a pharaoh, as it were.
Janelle says there's an outlet there for him to plug in a lamp with the height he requires because she can't fit any more furniture into the bedroom. She tells us that she knew that Cody would bitch about the college-sized apartment because he prefers his nice things at Robin's mansion. She tries to make light of the situation to him. Having a space this small reminds me like we're a newlywed couple again.
Yeah, it reminds me of the time where I didn't have Robin.
Yeah, he gives us that look of displeasure.
It's just like, yeah, that's when I had to deal with your ass. I didn't have that hot, monotone woman looking at me. Robin, that's what I want in life.
They then go out to eat. Back in Salt Lake City, Christine and her kids are having a barbecue. She tells us how at home she feels here. She loves to meet up with her children, parents, and siblings. Mitch then asks her how she has been feeling about the change of environment now that she has been settled for 2 months. She replies saying she loves it. She had an expectation to see family all the time, and that has come true. She then gives us the devastating news that she is going back to Flagstaff.
Ugh.
To hang out with the family there.
Failure.
She tells us during her drive there is a particular corner where she gets a full view of the mountains that once had angels singing to her. This background reminds her of her past life. Her Cody sonar is going off again, and she has an unshakable feeling of anxiety.
Yeah, just back off. Just back off, bitch. Let these people tear themselves apart. If it were me, it would just be the camera on her, and it would just be her smiling saying, I'm fine, and that's it. And then cutting back to this dumpster fire of a family.
Christine says that she has been shouldering a lot of guilt for making Robin's kids feel as though she didn't want a relationship with them. And this is Robin's fault.
Yeah, Robin's
for lying to them.
Why even have a relationship with these kids? It's not on you. You're not their mother.
Well, I mean...
She's like, what, an aunt?
At most, but Janelle's kids still see Christine as a mother. Why couldn't Robin?
Because she didn't raise them.
Yeah, that is true. She feels that the only way to be close with Dayton, Aurora, Brianna, Saul, and Ari is if she starts building bridges with their mother, which leaves her feeling paralyzed. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Just leave them. Excise them. Like a cancer.
We're at Robin's house and the parents stage a powwow for what to do over the holidays.
Oh my gosh.
Janelle says that she's going to North Carolina to have Thanksgiving with Maddie and Caleb, but will be home for Christmas. She said that her children are going to be renting an Airbnb because they aren't welcome in Robin's house. And we get a shot of Robin feigning confusion.
What? What do you mean? I'm the one who just told you like 5 minutes ago that they need to resolve their things with Cody or else they can't enter the door. Goodness, Robin's such a fucking dumbass.
Cody says that he never said his kids weren't welcome, then contradicts himself again, saying, I decided to reverse that declaration, that disloyal children have to grovel at mine and Robin's feet as long as we have a discussion, so we're not sitting around like a bunch of alcoholics who have forgotten what has transpired.
That word he keeps using. I don't think it means what he thinks it means.
What?
Like
Alcoholics.
Alcoholics. What? The hell does that even mean?
I think he's like someone who blacks out or just doesn't remember.
I mean, yeah, there's a way that you could bend it into meaning something. It's super unclear.
Janelle relays that all her children, minus Maddie and Caleb, are going to be here for Christmas. Cody says that this is all a plot against him by Janelle to keep him in the dark about her plans. Why am I just finding out about this?
Oh my god.
Because you told me at Fat Olives that they weren't welcome until they kissed the ring. You then went on a tirade about respect.
What? I've never gone on a tirade of respect.
I didn't say that. You pit me against the boys. You're betraying me. I corrected myself on not receiving an apology, yet she keeps repeating that to them. Now the boys are putting the heat on me. Cody is mad. He gets up, takes a piece of bark, and throws it into the fire.
I mean, okay, seriously, I think that Cody needs like professional help because sometimes I'm convinced that he's having like dementia or something. Because
he's going senile.
Yeah, he's developing like paranoia and all of this. It's
Janelle carries on. Christine has also expressed that after Christmas, she, Isabel, all of her children are going to spend time with the family here. This is exactly what I was afraid of with Christine leaving.
Everything is exactly what he was afraid of. You know, you could have Robin come in like wearing clown makeup and a wig, and he'll be like, "This is exactly what I was afraid of." Christine caused you to dress up like a clown.
Oh wait, you said Robin.
Yes.
Robin wearing
Yes.
makeup. Okay.
It doesn't matter who it is. He's gonna blame it on Christine.
Which confused me because I don't know what he's afraid of. Because shouldn't he be happy to be seeing 33% of his children?
Only if he actually means the things he claims he means, and we know he doesn't.
Cody gets more and more irritated. See everyone? See how Janelle is betraying me?
Everyone, see, she's betraying me right now. Can everyone see that?
Mary and Robin stay silent in their camping chairs. Janelle then asks, what betrayal? Don't you want her to visit so your kids can see you?
No, because they're going to support her against me, which is another betrayal.
Yeah, I want to see the kids, but I don't want them to be in some neutral zone with them. This is my house. I don't know what he meant by claiming that essentially that this was his territory and something about neutral zone.
Part of me is thinking he went outside and he peed on the house. He's like, this is how I established my territory. That's what they said on the manosphere.
That would be a funny animation. But I don't want to draw pee.
I know. Piss master. Cody peeing on everything. This is mine now. This is mine. These guns are mine now.
Jerry.
Yes, I know, but that's what he's basically doing here.
Yes. Yeah, but you told your sons that they can't stay until they apologize. Janelle is a broken record at this point, reiterating his stipulations back at him. After a while, Cody decides to get some backup. He looks to Mary and Robin and demand that they weigh in.
Like, you need to lie for me. Loyalty.
Janelle tells it how it is. He's now looking for reinforcements from Mary and Robin to join forces against her traitorous decisions. Robin is the first to speak up. What do you want us to comment on, Cody? Janelle speaks. What am I supposed to do? What are they supposed to say, Cody?
They're supposed to say that you're betraying me.
Mary, being the loyal dog that she is, comes to Cody's
Emphasis
defense.
on the dog.
She says that at her house, she did think that Cody clearly relayed that he didn't need an apology from the boys.
Oh my god. I hate Mary more than I hate Cody.
Janelle counteracts the claim, saying Cody specifically told her after he recovered from COVID that he needed the boys to apologize with no response on Cody's end. I won't let my boys spend Christmas in Flagstaff by themselves whilst I'm over at Robin's. Sorry, I choose the boys. Mary then says that if she had a bunch of kids that loved her enough to come home for Christmas, she would basically do the exact same thing Janelle is doing.
But yeah. I mean, seriously, you know, Cody is like a difference between, do you like chocolate or vanilla ice cream? And no, it's not a difference between chocolate and vanilla ice cream. It's a difference between chocolate ice cream and getting kicked in the balls. We're gonna do the thing that's not spending time with you, Cody, because you're miserable sad sack.
Janelle keeps going back and forth about what was said. This time I actually had to go and rewatch the beginning of the episode to actually see if he said that he reversed that decision during the Casita blueprint conversation.
He's a liar.
And he didn't actually say that, but I remember him saying that last episode, but it was during the couch confessional where he was, I don't want a mea culpa. I just want to clear the air. I don't think it was the discussion at Mary's house, so if you can weigh in. Maybe something was cut out, so I don't know why Cody and Mary are gaslighting Janelle, saying he reversed his decision and made it clear as day.
No, I know why they're doing it. It's because Cody's a piece of shit, and Mary is just dog shit.
Janelle, don't speak to your children for me. Instead, I want you to have them call me. Why should they have to call you when at the end of the day your goal is pretty clear, to ask for forgiveness from your favorite wife, aka Robin? And I like how she's calling out Cody from the last episode. When I summarize things, I put things into my own words sometimes, but the whole time at Fat Olives, whenever he's talking about his favorite wife, he never actually says Robin by name. He's just saying, someone I'm closely connected to. And now Janelle in that sentence
It's just
was like
saying Robin.
AKA Robin.
Yes.
Because she's not.
You're not doing anybody any favors playing this game with Cody. Just say it how it is. Just say, your favorite wife, Robin.
If Gabe and Garrison were like Hunter and Logan, I'd make them hold hands with you until they work their crap out. You aren't being accountable, Janelle.
The fuck, Cody?
for not being accountable about the COVID, not showing me respect, never reinforcing the rules. Well, you didn't even give us the rules until 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. From March until Thanksgiving, there was no rules. That's a blatant lie, Janelle. Janelle is fuming at this point.
Yeah, nobody likes it when somebody just lies to your face about something and they're just like, no, we totally did. And it's like, no, you effing didn't.
Janelle is fuming at this point. She grabs her purse and starts to get out of her chair. Why are you putting this shit on me? I almost died and only meant to protect my family.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm thinking of a meme. You know the one meme where there's the one guy that shoots somebody and he goes, why would they do this?
Oh, I saw that.
And then he shoots, it's like Cody shooting family. Why would Christine do this?
That's something similar. Someone on Reddit posted, you know that meme where a guy's riding a bike and then for no reason
He puts the stick in.
and then he's like, ah, why? It's like me putting the stick in.
But I mean, I just like the meme, just like Cody, the family, boom, boom, boom. Why did COVID do this?
What if one of my tender-aged children were at the point of where me and Robin were? Cody, this is the same old, same old. Then he does this.
Oh my God.
I can't believe that I have done all this to save you, my children. Truly wasted. I got the worst criticism from my sons. Zero respect.
He's not even concerned about his sons. He's concerned about the respect. Oh God, I don't understand. Did Cody think anybody really respected him ever?
No.
No, he's a laughingstock that nobody took seriously his entire goddamn life.
I'm not finished. I've gone 18 months being persecuted by my own family for trying to protect them. My heart is broken. My kidney is stabbed. Christine left this shitstorm.
This is all Christine's fault.
Janelle then has to repeat herself that she and Cody perceived events different and that this wasn't all her fault because she was walking a dangerous line between her adult children and the rest of the parents.
She needs to stop being so diplomatic about this. Cody, you're a liar. You're lying. Yes.
He's lying. And she continues saying, I did follow CDC guidelines. You're making it seem as if I was a COVID denier. I wore a mask. I washed my hands. I was careful. I was vaccinated. And I wanted her to say, unlike you piece of shit.
Yeah, you piece of shit. Yeah. I mean, seriously, COVID is terrible. Absolutely terrible. But in some instances, COVID was great because it meant I didn't have to interact with people. And it's like, oh no, COVID means I can't see you. Oh, that's such a shame. But I'm also pretty glad because now I don't have to see you. Somebody could call me out for that and I'd be like, yeah, that's true. I was using COVID as an excuse not to see you. Cody, he's doubling down on it.
I'm not going to stand around and be beaten into submission and made to kowtow to Robin and Cody. The last year and a half, I realized that I'm doing pretty good for myself. I'm independent. I don't deserve his screaming.
Oh my goodness, I just had a picture in my head of Cody, Robin, and Mary as the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Why?
It's just, Cody's God, and Robin is the suffering Jesus, and then you got the
ghost Mary.
The ghost Mary.
Oh, that would be blasphemous.
Yes, it would be, but anyway. Yes.
Okay.
Like, go away, no more.
Cody then accuses Janelle of dismissing his suffering with COVID, that she shows no empathy and is always running away from problems. This is enough to make her smirk. She gets out of her chair and walks away whilst Cody continues yelling at her. I'm not going to have a calm conversation with this lunatic who keeps yelling at me. She didn't say lunatic.
Yes.
But She did say that
Yeah.
she doesn't want him to yell at her. Robin cuts in. But Janelle, if he stopped yelling, would you come back, sit and discuss things?
You know, if ifs and buts were candies and nuts, then we'd all have a Merry Christmas and not be at Cody's because he won't. His children won't apologize and suck his ass.
Suck his ass.
Kiss his ass.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes. Okay. Janelle, looking extremely fed up, pauses, checks her watch, and says that she has a few minutes. They fire up the points of contention again. You said that the boys aren't welcome until they apologize to everybody. Not everybody, just me and Robin.
Oh God.
This alarms Robin, saying that she doesn't want Cody roping her into his feud with the boys. I don't know why he's bringing up my name.
I don't know why he's bringing up my name.
We get eerie background music. At the same time, Cody gives us the line. Robin wasn't asking for an apology. I asked for the apology, but then I wanted to just clear the air. And I feel like production is trolling with these edits, making him look really stupid.
He makes himself look really stupid.
Because, like, seriously, he's like, I never asked for an apology. I never asked for an apology. And then, like, when he finally says he did ask for an apology, production's like,
Wah,
and Cody then changes his mind. Maybe we should skip Christmas together this year.
I mean, Cody didn't even like Christmas before Robin showed up.
I know.
Cody doesn't like any holidays.
He said he was a party pooper for Halloween, probably Christmas, every non-Robin kid's birthday.
But now Robin's here and they celebrate everything super hardcore, you know.
Mary gives us her 2 cents, saying that Robin has had too much undue blame placed upon her. And there was also unnecessary blame put on Cody and myself.
Oh my goodness. No, Mary, you are a mean-spirited whore and you've made life horrible for everyone and you're desperately trying to like rewrite history and make yourself into something that you're not.
Ugh, Cody's clone. Ugh, they're meant for each other.
They really are. I mean, I'm convinced that they like brother and sister.
Janelle then says that everyone in the family has the blame put on them at some point, including herself. They reiterate the same talking points. Cody blames it on Christine. Robin boosts his ego some more, saying that Cody's anger is justified because he has just gone through so much rejection over the past year and a half, and Christine just added fuel to that fire. If COVID didn't happen, then you wouldn't be so hurt. Which I interpreted to mean that if COVID didn't happen, then he would still have great relationships with all his children.
He didn't have good relationships before COVID. He's a bad father. COVID didn't change that.
Cody then tells us that relationships between parents and children are complex. Hell, I don't even have a good relationship with my parents.
They betrayed me like everyone else.
I have my own daddy issues. Then we pan to a shot of him when he was young, standing next to his mother, Janelle, and father, Win. Now I pass that on to my sons, who have those same daddy issues. Maybe it's because I haven't told them I love them enough.
Or at all.
I thought I was making huge sacrifices for them.
I wasn't. I was being selfish.
Maybe they wish that I was as loyal to them as I wish they were to me.
I mean, fucking duh, you garbage heap.
He asked the parents if they would have stayed together if they just made the move to Utah.
I mean, that's super weird because it's like Christine thing.
Robin disagrees with that sentiment, reminding him that at that point, he was weary about living this lifestyle with snotty wives that don't want to work together, and only because of uncooperative wives. It's Christine! She was the problem! Christine! Okay. Mary then asked him if his stipulations for having a functional plural marriage is still dependent on the wives being BFFs. No ifs, ands, or buts.
It never was.
No, it's not for her at least.
Yeah.
Instead of answering, Cody then compares his life to a game of chess. He is the king, and he has 3 queens. He can rule that chessboard if the queens were cooperative with one another. But if they're fighting with one another, it makes him feel powerless.
Isn't that exactly the opposite sentiment he's expressed in the past, where he's felt better when his wives are fighting because it makes him more powerful? It's like that bullshit where people are like, oh, you should vote for the people who aren't in the same party as the president because a divided government is better or some bullshit. Because no, he's always been, oh, I don't like it when my wives get along because it means that I have to do shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't he do that when the wives were making snow angels that one time in Flagstone? He's like, I used to be happy when all my wives got along, and now that just makes me bitter.
It makes me bitter because it means I have to actually fucking do shit.
Okay, he tells us, we were essentially pretending when we got cast in the show.
No duh.
I thought the relationships and bonds were very special, when really, it might not have been. I don't want to blame polygamy, but at least in our case, it hasn't really worked well for us.
Well, point to a case where it did work well. Oh wait, it can't.
We go back to the conversation about holidays. I'm not going to miss an opportunity to spend time with my children because they aren't all together that often. Janelle says that Cody and the boys will have to work things out in therapy instead of putting her in the crossfire.
Oh my god.
Cody then complains that his boys get to pick and choose who they get to hang out with.
What are you talking about? You're doing that right now, Cody.
I know!
You're literally saying I'm picking who I get to hang out with and it's not me.
Cody's a jackass. That's the end of the episode. Oh, but let me give you a preview of the next episode.
Okay.
Because it is fire. It's
right.
the tell-all.
Oh god, I hate
And
tells.
Suki is the interviewer again.
Is she any good?
I don't know. She kind of softballed them last season, and she let Cody sort of walk all over her. She might have improved.
I mean, seriously, they should just get me. I'll just show up and be like, okay, Cody, he's still an asshole. Let's go over your asshole traits.
But because of that preview for next week, that's why I changed the opening, because it is confirmed that Janelle is, well, Cody says that he's divorced from Christine, but he's separated from Janelle, so I don't know what that implies. Does that mean she's still celestially married to him?
Yeah, like, everything will get so much better in the afterlife with more time to spend together.
Okay.
That's gonna make things feel good.
Alright, give me the too long didn't read summary.
Everybody talks about the things that we already knew. People say the things that we already knew they were thinking. Cody's more blatant with his lies more than ever, and Robin is the worst.
Okay.
Also, Mary was in this episode.
Oh yeah, I think she was a ghost.
My favorite part was it's so ironic that Christine is leaving me, but Mary, the one I don't want to be around, is so loyal. I want loyalty from the people I want loyalty from, because I'm not loyal. Cody deserves to be mashed into a fine blood mist. just crushed like Spam.
Okay.
Just pulverized. He's a jackass.
That's it.
Yes, that's it.
Alright.
Yay.
Bye.